In this video, we are going to go over a full shoulder workout, and there's going to be about 5 minutes of warm-up, and then we'll get into the main sets. What you need for this workout is simply an exercise band. If you have some handles, that's even better. And then we're going to attach it to either the wall or through a door, so you can follow along with those positions as we go. For the warm-up, I want you to take the band. I'm going to wrap it around once on each side, and then pull tension in the band. And we have 10 all the way up overhead, just starting to get the shoulder joint moving. And I'm creating that tension throughout the movement. We're doing 10 of these together. And each time as I raise up and I get the stretch going through my shoulders and then into the front side of my pec muscles, I'm making sure to keep my core engaged and my hips tucked under slightly. And that hip tuck under keeps the core activation while you're doing the movement, and then it doesn't break so that you feel it through your low back, and I do not want you to feel it there. So let's go 3 more. 2 more. Take it as far as you can each time. Last one. Great. Okay, you can set the band down for a second, and then next go into an all-fours position, and we're gonna do some cat-cows, and we have 10 of these together too. So start by pressing up, press through your hands with the 4th and 5th fingers around your spine, let your head drop down, and then reverse the movement where you're extending your neck long, drawing your core in, and then also making sure you're keeping your lower abdominals engaged so you're not feeling it through your low back. Keep going up and down, up and down, up, down. We got 6 more. Each time you press up, think about really pushing through your shoulder blades, tucking your hips under, dropping your head down. And then as you reverse into the cow position, pull your lower abdominals in, shoulder blades down your back, and neck long. Up and down. Let's go 3 more. 2. Last one, really press through your hands. Feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. Neck drops. Reverse the movement for the last cow pose. Core draws in, shoulder blades down your back, neck is long. Excellent. And then go back into a standing position. And with this one, it's still the warm-up, so we're just doing easy shoulder blade rolls or shoulder blade circles. What I want you to think about is shrug the shoulders up towards your ears, draw them down your back, and around. We just have 5 each way. That's 3. Try to hit all parts of that circular motion through the shoulder blade and through the shoulder joint. When you finish 5 the one way, switch directions. Now I'm going back, up and around. I'm starting to feel some clicks and pops kind of around my shoulder blade area, my neck, just loosening things up. 1 more this direction. And then the biggest movement for the warm-up is going to be going into a plank position with a lunge and a twist. So I'll show you 1 on each side, and then we have 5 total on each side, alternating left and right. So for the movement, I go down into a plank position to start. Bring your right leg up towards your right hand. Open up here, so I'm creating 1 line from left arm through my right fingertips. Back into the plank. Left hand comes forward to where our left foot comes forward to where my left hand is. Open up here, and then keep alternating back and forth. Left leg comes up, and I twist the torso towards the left side. We have 3 more on each side. As you're doing the twist, make sure your core is staying engaged, and you're opening up through your middle back and not letting your hips move. 2 more. One more on each side. Good. So that was our quick dynamic warm-up. And now we're going to get into a series of movements that involve the exercise band. For the first one, I want you to place it either on the wall or in the door, and it should be kind of at your hip height. And we're going to be doing a row from a squatted position. So I go into a squat. I feel some tension on the band here. The first movement is pull in, small tuck from the core, and then pull the shoulder blades back and together. We're gonna have 10 repetitions, 2 sets on this one. Each time I'm thinking about pulling my shoulder blades back together, and as I get that max pull, keep the core engaged to make sure that you're not overarching from your low back. Three more. 2 more. Last one. And then take a break for a second. Now with these, for all of these, we're going to be doing roughly 10 repetitions. So it's important that you have a band where you feel tired after the 10th, but it shouldn't be, you shouldn't have any pain in your neck or your shoulder area. And taking some rest, maybe 30 seconds between sets, is a good thing. As you're doing those rows, pull the shoulder blades back, and as you pull together, make sure you're staying engaged here. So as I was saying earlier, that you don't overarch where you'll feel that lower. This is all about the shoulder blades, getting that active pec stretch in the front as the shoulder blades squeeze together in the back. On to our second set. Once again, I'm going into that partial squat position. Draw in the core, engage the shoulder blades, point them back, and then here we begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time I'm pulling back, I'm making sure my shoulder blades are leading the movement and not just my elbows or the shoulders pull forward. 3 more. 2. Last one. And then take the band to a lower position, either in the door or against the wall. And the next 2 movements are called lifts and chops. So from the lifts, we're going to start low and then pull up. And on the chops, we're going to start high and then pull down and over. So both of them are working the backside of the shoulder, but just from different angles. As you're doing this, we're going to be in a split stance position where one leg's in front of the other, and then also core drawn in, and make sure that your head is staying in line with your shoulders. Since I have one band, and for simplicity's sake, I want to keep both of these handles on, I'm going to create some tension just by holding onto one side, and then we're going to start on the right side. So for this movement, my left leg is forward, my right leg is back. I'm in a partial lunge stance, creating some tension, just holding the band here. And we have 10 reps pulling over and across our body. So from here, I start low, pull up and over. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going here. 5. Now, if the split stance is too tough, you can also change into a squat stance. 6, 7, 8, whatever one you prefer. You can see that the split stance requires more balance. I want to make sure that your shoulder is doing the work and that you're not trying too hard from elsewhere. 3 more. 9, 10. And then on this one right away, what you can do is just turn around. So you'll see me doing the back side of the movement here, but it'll allow you to show which muscles are working. So now we're working the left arm. My right leg is forward. As I pull across, I'm going up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going here. What I want you to see is as I'm pulling over and across on this side, again, I'm getting this pattern of lengthening here, and the backside of the shoulder blade is engaging to pull into that movement. You should be finishing up that set. And then that was the lift movement. So now we're going to go down into the chops where we're pulling from high to low going across our body. Now I'm bringing it up to the very top rung, which might be over the top of a door frame if you're just putting the band through a door. With this movement, I want you to start with your feet shoulder width apart so you have a good strong stance. And then I want to make sure that it's your shoulder pulling down and across and not your trunk with it. So as we begin these, just make sure that you're staying locked in through your core and that you have a good wide stance for base of support. Once again, my left hand is just supporting the band here as my right pulls down and across. That's 1, 2. Here I feel the lower shoulder blade in the back working. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. And then once again, turn around. So now my right arm is staying stable and the left arm is doing the work. From here, as I pull down and over, I want you to feel these muscles low in the shoulder blade doing the work. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going here. Once remember, as you're pulling down and over on this one, make sure that you're keeping your chin tucked in and lengthened to the back of your neck. And don't lose that as you go all the way across. There's a tendency to want to overarch the head. Make sure you're keeping that tucked position. Okay, that was the lifts and the chops. We have 2 more movements for today's workout. The first one, we're going to keep it on this high position. And now I want you to use both of the handles. So both the handles, or wrap your hands around on the strap. And this is going to be more of a standard lat pull down. For the purposes of the video and to add a progression, I'm going to show it from a kneeling position. And I think this is great to further engage the core. We're going to do 2 sets of 10 repetitions here, taking that 30-second rest between. So I'm showing it from a kneeling position. I'm kneeling where I would be standing just about. So maybe 2 feet back from the wall. From here, I have light tension in the band. And then as if I'm doing a lat pull down, I'm going to pull wide and then try to bring it down by my sides with a tricep extension. And then back up. 2, 3, 4, keep going here. And as I'm doing this, you'll probably see in the video, my hands start up where you can see the backside of my palms, and as I pull down, I turn them to further engage the triceps. So up, down. And as you're doing this, it's working the big lat muscles as well as then the tricep as you push all the way out here. You're likely finishing up the first set. We have a 20 or 30-second break, so if you need to move around your shoulder blades or do some small neck circles side to side, we have about 15 seconds before our last set with the lat pull downs. I like to do the neck circles because it keeps some awareness around what my neck is doing versus my shoulder blade region. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to start our second set. Once again, grab onto the handles. I'm staying in that kneeling position. Another reason I like the kneeling position is that I can draw in and tuck my hips under, and that further locks out my low back and allows my lats to work even more. So from there, it's up high, engage the shoulders, pull straight down. That's 1, 2, 3. If you're in the kneeling position, make sure you're not losing that tuck. 4, 5, 8, 9. Last one. We're going to hold the bottom on this one. 10. Feel that tricep squeeze. Hold that position. Pull the shoulder blades back without losing your core. And then relax. Very good. So we've done some rows, which are engaging the shoulder blades while working the core. We've done the lifts and chops, which are working on the hip muscles. And then we just worked the big lat muscle that runs all the way from the inside of the arm, all the way down to the low back with that last movement. So that is a banded workout for the shoulders and neck region. There'll be more to come with different either dumbbells and or other mobility bands in the future. So I'll see you on the next video.